materials in our laps in 3, 2, 1. Today, we are going to reread Life in the Tundra.
Yes.
And while we're reading, we're going to look for the main idea. And supporting details. I'm so excited because we got so much practice already. We should be experts. So, by the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to find the main idea and 3 supporting details of a chapter of Christine Caputo's book. So I'm going to take out mine. So, scholars, as we all know, when we're reading a text, anytime we're reading a text, we need to be paying attention to look for clues that might give us hints about what the main idea is. So I'm going to try to find the main idea of Christina A. Caputo's chapter, Flowing Ice. I'm going to read it aloud to myself. No one should be opening their books right now. You'll just look it up. Flowing Ice. Okay, already I'm going to stop right there and circle the title Flowing Ice. Why? Because they are hints to the main idea. If I look at our good readers, look for clues to find the main idea, one of the tips is looking at the heading or title. So I'm going to keep that circled and I'll go back to it later. Okay. The climate of the tundra is perfect for glaciers. I'm going to stop again because looking back at my poster, topic sentence, the first sentence of a paragraph is also a clue. I'm going to underline that sentence. Now as I read, I'm also going to circle key repeated words or key repeated phrases that come up again and again. The climate of the tundra is perfect for glaciers. A glacier is a huge area of ice. It moves slowly downhill or outward over time. A glacier forms when winter snow does not melt in summer. Over thousands of years, the snow piles up. It packs down to form a thick layer of ice. If the world's glaciers melted, Earth would be a wet place. The glaciers held about 3/4 of the planet's fresh water. I'm not done yet. I'm going to underline the last sentence, the closing sentence of that chapter. Because if I look at my poster, closing sentence is also a clue to the main idea. So, focused on key repeated words or phrases, looked at the heading and the title, looked at the topic sentence and the closing sentence. That means I'm using all my tips on my poster, Eduardo. So, talks about flowing ice. The first sentence is talking about glaciers. I see glaciers 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And the last sentence is talking about glaciers. And glaciers is like flowing ice. So this chapter must be about glaciers. Yes! I found it! Okay. So now I'm going to put in a worksheet because I found out the main idea. And I'm going to write my main idea in. So excited! I found the main idea. And wait a second. This doesn't look right. It's not even a sentence. Not even a complete sentence. I want my sentences about main idea to look like the sentences we see in Christina A. Caputo's book. They need to be complete sentences. So I'm going to go back and write it. I don't want to put how glaciers are found in the tundra, because that's still not a complete sentence. I think I'm going to put a glacier is a form of ice. That is so much better. So much better than how a glacier is made in the tundra or just glacier. Okay, so now that I've got my main idea, I need to find at least 3 supporting details. Now, we know that supporting details are important because they're what support our claim. If I were to show this to Mr. Prieto and just said that and had no proof, then how does he know for sure that that's the main idea of this chapter? So, oh, this is a question. I need to be focused on the way. The way I thought about it to help me is that main idea and supporting detail are like trees. The main idea is the tree, and the supporting detail, if I put it like this, are the roots. Without the roots, the tree won't survive. Without the supporting details, your main idea won't survive. So just not a good main idea. So I'm going to go back to my text. And because good readers reread the text again and again, I'm going to reread this chapter. And while I'm reading, Udita, I love your eyes on me. While I'm reading, I'm going to look for sentences that tell me more about my main idea. In this case, that tell me more about a glacier that can only be found in the tundra. So, the climate of the tundra is perfect for glaciers. Maybe I'm going to put a star by that. A glacier is a huge area of ice. It moves slowly downhill or outward over time. I'm going to put a star about those too. A glacier forms when winter snow does not melt in summer. Over thousands of years, the snow piles up, it packs down to form a thick layer of ice. If the world's glaciers melted, Earth would be a wet place. The glacier holds about 3/4 of the Earth's fresh water. Okay, but I'm going to stop right there because I found at least 3. So I found my supporting details. So excited because now I can support this claim. I'm going to write them down right now. So. Wait a second. I'm doing something I'm not supposed to. Oh my God. Oh no. I never want to copy a sentence from the text. I want to look at the sentences and yes, use them, but say them in my own words. Never do I want to copy from a text. Whew. I'm so glad I stopped myself. So, erase that. And I'm going to reword this sentence and say it in my own words. So. That's a sentence of my own words, and it's summing up what Christina Caputo put in her writing. A glacier is made when snow does not melt over time, and it tells me more about my main idea, which is a glacier is a form of ice found only in the tundra. So scholars, when I use all these tips on my poster, they'll help me make and find a clear main idea. And I'm always making sure to write complete sentences and never copying from the text. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So now it's your turn to try it with me. So these papers look familiar. You're going to get one and pass it down. Please put your name and the date. And if you need to know which one we're working on, the pages are on top of the hand. See, Evan has already gotten started recording this one. please take out your life in the tundra text and turn to page 14 and 15. We'll start on 14 first. So, if we remember from our text, main idea is what the text is mostly about. So we're going to look for what the text is mostly about for this chapter. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to read this together as a class. When I say stop, you're going to stop, and I'll let you know why. All eyes, all voices, ready and read, starting at the title.
Warming up.
Stop. Warming up. That's the title. And if I look at my poster, that's a clue. So I'm going to circle the title. Warming up. Circle the titles. All right. Now, looking back, up at our text, silent activity. Okay, so I look back at our text, again, we're going to keep reading. Ready and read. The Arctic tundra biome is under threat. Stop. Topic sentence. First sentence of the paragraph. The Arctic tundra biome is under threat. I need to underline that. You all should underline it too, because that's a hint. The Arctic biome is under threat. Yeah, let's check this out. Okay. So, picking up where we left off at scientists, ready and read.
Scientists have noticed that.
Remember, while we're reading, you are circling key repeated words or key repeated phrases that you see again and again in the text. All right? Ready and read.
Scientists have noticed that Greenland's ice sheet,
an enormous glacier, is melting faster than ever before. Why? One explanation is called the greenhouse effect, which is causing temperatures around the world to rise. Scholars, we do need to stop. I need to hear 100% participation. I think I only heard about 5 friends reading together. All right, starting at a greenhouse, ready and read.
A greenhouse is a building made of glass. It traps the sun's heat inside so people can grow plants,
Even when it's cold. Gases surround the earth act like the gas of a greenhouse. They trap heat near the earth's surface. Okay. So the words that I circled are heat and just heat. Just heat for now. Okay. Let's look at page 15. We're going to read it all together. Ready and read. Human activities add a lot of extra gases to the air. For instance, we create gas when we burn coal. This causes air to warm up more than it would naturally. The gradual heating of the planet is called global warming. As the planet warms up, the ice of the Arctic tundra melts. Stop. Underline that last sentence because that's also a clue. As the planet warms up, the ice of the planet melts. So, based on our title, our topic sentence, any key repeated words or phrases that we circle, and looking at our last sentence, what is the main idea of these 2 pages? person sitting next to you and tell them what the main idea is. Side to side. When you've shared, write the main idea in the hand of your worksheet. Remember, we're using complete sentences. We want our sentences to look like Christina A. Caputo sentences. That doesn't mean we're copying off the book. Should be in our own words. You're going to get 1 minute. Go.
What do you think the main idea is? I think the main idea
Scholars, do you need more time?
Yes!
All right, I'm going to give you 1 more minute. And one more thing, scholars. Another thing. We never write our main idea by saying, the main idea is.
No.
That's just another thing that makes me want to scream. All right, got 1 more minute.
That's right.
So remember, when I said how I kind of want to scream. So what's your name? All right, scholars, back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. I need a hand. Who can tell me what the main idea is? Uriel.
I think the main idea is how the greenhouse effect affects the earth.
How the greenhouse effect. I think so too. I'm picking up on that, especially if I look at my title and the topic sentences and the closing sentences. But remember, we don't say the main idea is or how the greenhouse effect is blah blah blah. How can I fix that sentence to make it a complete sentence?
Well, I just wrote how the greenhouse effects the earth.
Okay. So we need to tweak that just a little bit. How can we fix that? Because it's right, but we just need to make it a complete sentence. Daisy. Oh, I should be talking to Daisy right now. What'd you write in your sheet? Oh, I like that one. And I like what you're saying too, Uriel, that ice melts because of the greenhouse effect. I'm going to combine those two and write a complete sentence. All eyes on my hair. The ice in tundra melts because the greenhouse effect is making the earth warm up. And I'm going to put an exclamation point because I think that's a little shocking. So, is that a complete sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's taking Uriel and Daisy's idea and putting it together to make a sentence that we might see in Christina A. Caputo's work. The ice in the tundra melts because the greenhouse effect is making the earth warm up. Take some time to write this main idea in your hand. Because the greenhouse effect is making the earth warm up. All right, scholars, so we have time to find at least, yeah, we can find 3. Okay, we have time to find 3, supporting details for our main idea. Remember, the supporting details you find have to tell me more about this main idea. And do we copy the sentences from the book? No. Do we copy the sentences from the book, class?
No.
Okay, so you're going to turn to your back to front buddy. I'm going to give you 2 minutes so you have a lot of time. And find supporting details for this main idea. And write them in your own words. Go. Supporting details that tell me more about the main idea. So looking through the text and looking for supporting details that tell me more about the main idea. So what's your supporting detail you found here?
The greenhouse the temperature because it shows how like the temperature
So okay, so you're saying that the temperature of the earth is getting higher and higher, and that's in your own words. So that's a supporting detail.
water melts, the polar bears and seals.
Yeah, look back at the book. It's okay.
I think we just need to share out what they've already come up with.
All right. So, eyes back on the board. Okay. And who can give me a sentence, a complete sentence for supporting detail? One that they found. Alicia.
One supporting detail I found was that if the ice melts, animals won't have a home.
Ooh. If the ice melts, animals won't have a home. I like that one because it is telling me more about my main idea. It's telling me what's going to happen if the ice melts. Okay? Tiara, what was your group's supporting detail?
My supporting detail is the greenhouse effect because the temperature gets higher and higher and higher.
So, I might tweak that a bit. It is talking about the greenhouse effect, and I might tweak that by saying the greenhouse effect causes the temperature to get hotter and hotter and higher and higher. All right. Scholars, we're going to have to stop there for now. When I say go, we're going to put our main idea worksheet in our reading folder.
And our reading folder.
All your other materials can be put away. And we're going back. Yeah, back to your regular spot. So when I say go materials away, regular spots. We're doing this silently and quietly, and I haven't said